Whoa. Hello, guys. Today, I'm going to episode review Strained Peas. Now, when I say that, we're like, oh, okay, pretty interesting. For those people who haven't watched the episode, are just gonna go like that, okay. But for people who have watched the episode, they're gonna cold was the next. Yeah, let's get started. I just want to say, spoiler alert, this is a very bad Goosebumps episode. Now, if this is your favorite, okay. I liked it a little more when I was younger. Now I hate it. It's so bad. I just caught it. It's just the worst episode, ever created. Personally, one of my least favorites. I'm planning to do a top 10 least favorite Goosebumps episodes. Number 1, I think it was Ghost Beach. Ghost Beach is my personal least favorite now. I will do a top 10 least favorite Goosebumps episodes eventually in the future. May. Oh, speaking of May, I actually have my whole schedule for May planned. We have a new series coming up. Yeah, and it's gonna go for 10 episodes. It's not anything special. It's Goosebumps Versus series. I'm gonna call it Monster Fright Fights. I think I'm gonna call it that. And then first episode, spoiler alert, lawn gnomes versus gummy bears. Who would win? And I tell you exactly who would win and why, and I give you reasoning. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just giving my ideas of who could win, what tactics, and another episode coming in the future. Probably I think one of them I did plan was horrors versus mud monsters. So stay tuned for that. I really am looking forward to the series. But hey, working on this series right now. Series premieres on the 27th. Not premieres, but it will actually come out, the first episode. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I might do a season 2. But here we go. Strained Peas begins off with main character, I think it's Nicholas. I actually remember that. I'm thinking of Nicolas Cage. I told myself remember that. Nicholas and his friend, I think her name is Kate or something, I don't know. They're talking about how, oh, Nicholas, you're gonna have a new baby brother or sister. I think it was sister. You have a new baby sister. Yeah, I'm so excited. No, shouldn't be Nicholas. Having a baby sister is a big responsibility, and it just sucks. And truly, it sucks. Even though I've never dealt with one. Anyways, so yeah, they talk a little bit. He's like, oh, sure. So that's his whole expression right there. Parents come home with the baby girl. So beautiful. They name her Grace. In the end. Yeah, they name her Grace. They decided to name her Grace or something. No. I'm not sure. I think they did name that one Grace. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I know the baby in the twist spoiler alert was named Grace, I think, too. So I'm not sure. Gracie or something. I don't know the name of the baby anymore, because there was 2 babies, so I kind of forgot. Sorry guys if my audio cut off, because I had a 10 battery warning, so I'm gonna hurry this up. Anyways, the baby, yeah, it's just a baby. It's a cute little baby. I think the name of Grace, and they bring it upstairs, tuck in bed, give it a nice, chilling with the baby. And that night is hell for Nicholas, because he has to put on earmuffs. He has to put on a helmet so the earmuffs will stay in. The baby is so loud at crying. He goes in the room to try and calm the baby down, make it stop crying, but of course doesn't stop, and it barfs all over Nicholas, legit. And then he says the baby's a baby barf factory, and he gets mad, rid a nigga. Rid a nigga. I can't. That might be a little racist. I'm sorry, guys. And yeah, Nicholas doesn't really like the baby now. So next day, him and his friend are talking. Nicholas and his friend Kate, I think. I'm just gonna call her Kate. I'll just call her Kate, even if her name's not Kate. So Nicholas and Kate are talking the next day, and they're talking about the baby, how he doesn't like her. They go into the room to check up on the baby, and the baby has spelled the words, "The only one" or "only me" in the toy blocks. kind of cliche where it spells something horrific or creepy in blocks. Only me, I think that's what it said. Because the baby wants to be the only one. The only child. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Interesting. Not cool, but interesting. Sort of creepy. Baby tumbles over to blocks when Kate picks the baby up. To, say hi to the baby. And very interesting. Very interesting indeed, Alex. Stop saying that. You sound like a pedophile or something. Anyways. That night, Nicholas hears noises downstairs at night. Goes downstairs, the fridge is wide open. There's a lot of food laying out. It looks like, Hunchback of Notre John got a little hungry. Yeah, I'm just joking. It looks like Shrek. Was trying to find some jelly. And he, like, oh my god, looks like a pipe burst in the fucking fridge, and I'm just gonna shut up about that. Seriously, big mess. And Nicholas goes in the next room, and it's the living room, not the next room. Nicholas finds the baby, Grace, in the living room, watching race cars, and she's like, "Oh my god, and then he's like, hey, give me that. You're gonna get me in trouble. Tries to tug the remote from the baby. I think the baby actually spoke English for a second. Got scared, and the parents just come in the room like, what is going on down here? Why is the big mess? Why is the baby down here? Why are you watching TV? Help me. Yeah, Nicholas is now in big trouble thanks to this stupid little devil. And yeah, that's just bitch move. Anyways, so yeah, now he has to clean up after the baby. So he cleans up the mess, and at the mess in the fridge, he finds a pacifier in the milk carton or something. He's like, found it. Evidence. He found evidence. His parents wouldn't believe him, but because they just, oh no, you planted that, dumbass. Nobody. But yeah, interesting. How did that get in there exactly? I don't want to know. Okay, so he goes up to Grace's room, confronts Grace. Grace like, I didn't do it. That's Grace. And anyways, the next thing that happens is weird. He tries to steal the toy from Grace to make her talk. She talks. Audio gets set. He's like, oh, I got you on tape. And she's like, nigga, no, I get it. I'll go so bad out of you. And she closes the blinds, closes the door, and her eyes go, you child are now dead. Okay, that was a little inappropriate. I don't know what happened to me, guys. I'm all crazy. Let's open Goosebumps. Okay, I should calm down. I had a fart attack. Okay, anyways, yeah, the baby goes berserk, nuts, bullshit, crazy. The baby is now a psychopath. It can just make your eyes go. I'm gonna go up. I'm not explaining exactly what happened. Let's just say he describes her lights as traffic lights. Not sure. Nicholas describes Grace's eyes as traffic lights. He confronts the parents the next morning. Well, eating breakfast, shows him the tape, explains the traffic light. She's like, it was the baby's doll. What'd you get on tape? The tape? He plays the tape, and it's just wow, ooh, wee, woo. He's like, no, that wasn't it. That was one I caught. Apparently, if babies talk, this doesn't come up. Where I think the baby actually fucked up the tape. He probably, like, messed with it. Like, she just, like, cuts some wires, bashes it against the crib. So, yeah. So yeah, the parents don't believe him. So now we're in the point in the story where we're like, okay, what is he gonna do next? He goes upstairs and he finds that his homework's being. They're like, oh my god. Wow. So, that's very interesting. That's just fantastic. His homework's been eaten, while his math book has been eaten by the baby. Next morning, the parents get a phone call from the hospital saying they got the baby switched up. Big f***ing brain. That took forever for them to figure it out. Oh, listen, baby. We're gonna go to the hospital. We're gonna go get this paper sorted out. We're gonna do everything we need to do. But you have to babysit Grace. And he's like, okay. Let's learn how to tie a noose. It's practical for every use. That's copyrighted. Sorry, guys. Anyways, calls his friend over. Friend leaves like 5 minutes later after things get a little kind of sus. And I'm not going to explain exactly what happens because there's a lot that happens. Let's just say the baby's super gone. Like, this is the scariest part of the episode, even though the episode's not that good. Because when you see this, I trust me. Go watch my worst, most unviewed video. You'd rather watch that, even if it was an hour long, than watch Trained Peas. I'm just joking. Trained Peas was way better. It's probably better than this video, honestly. But seriously. Oh my god. So bad. So bad. But yeah, the parents come home. And Grace is ready to be taken to her parents, who are waiting outside. Bodyguard's like, baby. Oh, okay. Give the baby. He gives them the right baby. The baby, we get to see where the baby goes. Grace, the evil baby, goes in the back of the car with its parents. She switched herself on purpose, is my theory, because she hates her parents. She was crying when the parents were touching her. And the parents were monsters. They looked like horrors, but with long fingers and long stretched out heads. You can't really see the heads. I'd imagine that due to the fingers. They're really long and scaly and creepy. I do like that. I do like the idea that their parents are actually demons, monsters, whatever you want to call them. She's like, get away from me. Little whiner. Anyways, now we have our new baby. I can't remember when they call it. I think they call it Grace again, but I'm not sure. And lo and behold, like, get you some baby food. He's just Nicholas is holding the baby, talked to her on the couch, and she's like, excuse me? I don't need no goddamn baby food. And the baby also talks, symbolizing this baby's a boss. It's the boss baby. The origins. Anyways, let's get that's a twist. This baby is also evil. Not a very good twist. This is actually 10 Spooky Stories tale. I can't remember which one. I haven't read any of the 10 Spooky Stories. Anyways, guys. Acting. Yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Let's see, special effects. There weren't many, so I'll just give them a 9 out of 10 because they were okay. And, see, in total, I'd give this episode an 8 out of 10. You know what? Let's drop it down to a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. How does that sound? It's okay, but it's still pretty bad.